Udham Singh was executed on 31st July 1940. And he was part of the Indian Work Association before his death. From his martyrdom, there was no memorial in Britain in his memory anywhere in the United Kingdom. During the 60s, IWA had discussions regarding creating a memory of Udham Singh. And there was another factor which up to 70s, late 70s, there was no IWA offices to serve the people. The offices of the IWA committees were with the secretary, meetings held in their homes on Saturday or Sunday. In Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Coventry, even London area. Southall IWA, they bought its office on Featherstone Road. But it was not dedicated to Udham Singh. It was Indian Work Association Southall office. In Indian Work Association, of which I, Teja and Joshi were leaders, we had discussions that we should have some sort of memory which will be a memory of Udham Singh and also not as like a statue, but the ideals of Udham Singh to be served to the community. IWA, with the backing of Association of Indian Communists, we made the resolve to establish the office in Birmingham in memory of Udham Singh. We collected £2,000 for that purpose, but we were short of money. In the mid-70s, not much money earned from the members, but still we collected £2,000. On behalf of the IWA, we made approach to Cadbury. Cadbury Barrow Fund or Barrow Fund, yeah.
Cadbury, Barrow and Geraldine.
Geraldine Fund. and Anthony, I forgot his
Wilson.
name.
Anthony Wilson.
And Anthony Wilson was the officer of that fund. We made the application. After their meeting, they agreed to lend us £6,000 to buy any property. We looked in Smathwick. Not any suitable property came up. Then we looked in Handsworth, Soho Road. There was a property for sale, 346 Soho Road. It belonged to an Indian estate agent. He murdered his wife by drowning her in the bathtub in the property, in the bath. And that property went up, and it was for sale for months and months. I went to look for that property, got the keys from a estate agent, had a good look. When I came out the next door, Nightingale Textiles, person Bhagat Singh from Nurmar. We knew each other. And he asked me, "You interested in this property?" I said, "I have a look, I had a view, and but the committee, our organization will decide." He said, "Avtar, there is a booth inside the property."
Booth meaning ghost.
Hmm?
Booth meaning ghost.
Ghost. And I asked him, "What about this ghost?" He said, the name I remember of the person, his surname was Bahal. He said he murdered his wife in the bathtub, and her spirit is still inside the property. If it is not for that, he said, I would have bought that property as it is next door to him. I said to him, "Really?" He said, "Yes." He said, "I say to you, don't buy this property." Next meeting, I reported that thing also. The property for sale was £10,000 in 77. I had a good view, and we decided to have a damp survey. There was damp. We had the damp survey report, and we gave the damp survey report to the estate agent in Birmingham. And we said it will cost 2,000. That was on the damp report, to put the damp right. And we made the offer of 8,000, and we will do the rectification of the damp. estate agent submitted to the legal advisors of Mr. Bell, some solicitors. They accepted the offer and they wanted to get rid of because it was on sale for a long time.
What year was this?
1977. Yeah. We proceeded. Anthony Wilson arranged the 6,000. We had 2,000 and we bought it cash. And the Cadbury Barrow, they said if the organization work well and it is useful for the community, we will review it. They didn't have sort of the mortgage-like loan. It was sort of a loan without
Interest.
yeah. Property was bought in 77 in October. Completion done, got the keys. Other members, they viewed the property. And we planned to modernize it. Upstairs were 2 rooms, 3 bedrooms. We decided to convert that 2 bedrooms main into a meeting room for the organization. So the middle wall between the 2 bedrooms were taken out by my brother Sucha Singh, Paul Rai and his brother Gurdev Rai, my second brother Gashi, and that was taken out. Wood panels were not only wall taken out, but also the chimneys were taken out. A lot of work it was. After that work, the paneling was done, wood paneling to the, and also in the back room, chimney taken out, and one in the kitchen area, that chimney was taken out. It was all community spirit. Nobody charged any money. All the debris was loaded into the lorries, and it was lot of hard work. Another volunteer was Jouhl. He did a lot of work. For the room paneling, we got carpenters who assisted us. They didn't charge. After taking the building over, we put the board, Shaheed Udham Singh Welfare Center. And so the office was opened after all these preparations. I forgot the date. It was in May 1978. I think Pushan has the date. May 1978. Through the office we made application for some grant which took near a year, but in the meantime we voluntarily opened the office, particularly on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So the office started. Grant application was approved, about £10,000, something like that, by the Birmingham City Council. With that grant, the office employed Mohanlal from Handsworth for 5 days a week, paperwork, and the office was in the front office. He continued to work to mid-80s. He left to get a job in Huck Center in Wolverhampton. Sarban Sangwal, he worked for a few years. But he didn't charge any wages or salary. He left to work at Willenhall Center, and Shira was employed. Shira Jouhl. In 1991, those Nightingale textile, this sold, gave lease to another hosiery work, some Sandhus. There was a massive fire in their premises, which inflamed Shaheed Udham Singh Welfare Center. First floor was completely gutted. We had insurance policy of 46,000, but the reconstruction work cost came up to 63,000. And it is a lot of technicalities that when fire takes place, you engage and assess to assess the damage and assessor charge the money and prepare the report to submit to the insurance company. They charge some amount. Then we engage an civil engineer who who did all the nitty-gritty work. And issue was how to raise the money. We again went to the people. IWA held one concert at night in Karnal Chima, Baba Bakhtora. They performed and they raised £2,000 and they made a lot of appeal to the audience, and there were nearly 600-700 people in the concert. So the appeal was from IWA and for Shaheed Udham Singh. So we had 2,000, and then we made collections from individuals. We raised 20,000 to meet the gap between the insurance and our rebuilding started, and with the rebuilding we planned with the architecture to take the wall out from the ground floor completely and turn it into one room throughout. The second room was higher, and we asked the architect to take it out completely. And upstairs there was one small room. We asked the architect to take the wall out of that room as well. So that converted into big present room. Also there was no toilet upstairs, but there was a space where the toilet is, and the wall was built from. That was done. 2 toilets were installed on the ground floor. So that, I think it was completed in 93, in 2 years. And in the middle of that, the contractor, our contract was with the architect, and the responsibility for the contractor who left of the architect, and we were giving money as the work is being completed. So in 93 it was completed. I also mentioned that in the building it was Ekta project. In the ground floor middle room, Ekta project, Raghib, Baljit, Surinder, they have to leave the premises, but they started 3-4 doors away on the first floor. And when it was renovated, and Raghib and Phil Murphy was the chair of the Ekta project at that time.